After weeks of perfect weather here on the Isthmus, we've got a wet one in Madison as we prepare for the border battle between the 6-2 Minnesota Wind Chill and the 1-7 hometown Madison Radicals.
He came off, he peeled off, he got into that lane and forced a harder throw, really getting that disc back for Madison.
Luo now with it and unleashing deep for Jack Kelly, who has separation on his defender. Too much of a backpack there on the bid attempt, but Kelly gets the goal despite the contact, and Madison with an early gritty hold on the Luo hook.
And early on, we're already seeing...
And Madison settling into their second offensive possession as Kittleson gets a big run through blocks. Stark kind of holding up on his cut. Brower looking for the bookends of Kittleson, and that's the first break of the game for Minnesota. And resetting. So here you see them working it across midfield quickly. Wilson unleashing for DiLorenzo deep. He's got some company. Big challenge bid. DiLorenzo coming up a bit shaken. That was Marty Adams with some help over the top from DeClercq. DiLorenzo came into this game, could tie it up here. Just one score in the opening 4 minutes of play as Garlock looking for the big man, Wham, and Wham reels it in despite Mattis. And we have a whistle, and that'll be on the defense. Wham will get a march it off 10 yards, moving him into the red zone. Suddenly, after that lackluster 2-goal first quarter, Madison with an opportunity to tie here in the first 2 points of the second as Grindy getting opened into space, whirly-birding it around the end zone. And he's exactly the spark plug that this Radicals team needs here tonight.
Yeah, Adam, he really reminds me of a kind of similar player to Jake Ruben Miller. You know, you get a lot out of him, you get the energy out of him.
Madison's offense gets their first possession, ticking under 6 minutes gone by in the second quarter. They were beginning to establish a bit of rhythm there in the latter stages of the first quarter. We'll see if this bit of a time off has disrupted any of that rhythm. Schreiwise up to Goldenberg. Goldenberg, great shape on that throw to drop it into Luo. I thought Kittleson might have gotten a read on it, but that Goldenberg throw had the perfect touch.
Normally I wouldn't advise on Victor up there, and having Pat around and other guys around and healthy really allows him to do it, and you're seeing that with the offense today.
Great play there from Marks. Not the best throw from Larson. And Madison with an opportunity. Madison will march off 10 yards, moving ever more into attacking position. Grindy once again with the disc. Back to Garlock. Now to Carrico. Bevon was hunting on that one, wanted to lay out on the under, but couldn't quite pull the trigger. And now Madison looking for lead forth in the back of the end zone with their O-line here on the field after the timeout. Looking for their 5th break of the second quarter. As Gutowski showing the range on the flick to a wide open Schreiwise, and that's a 3-goal lead. And there's the Breeze Stevens faithful. We've got the flag runner.
It's difficult to see on the telecast, but if you're here live, you can see Mechanix and Leapforth do a great job of passing guys off to each other. They're making it extremely difficult to get off a hook. Every time something looks open, you see somebody peeling off, and the other guy's slipping under to take away that open side under at the same time, forcing cross-field throws like this.
Wow, and what pressure there. They had to attempt basically a 40-yard backwards hammer. Alexander electing to follow it up with his own to lead forth. And another break for Madison as they push it to 9-5 with just 16 seconds to go. Vandy Mortel looking for a big cross-field OI, but a bigger challenge there from the Madison player. Was that Stark?
That the offensive line is coming back on the field for Madison. I thought it would maybe be the prime line, who might have a little bit more legs.
Woo!
Really sense their focus right now on trying to, you know, work that disc.
And Avery Johnson attempts to catch a heater of a pull basically a layout attempt. He had Luo as the backup there, so maybe a little bit of a mental miscue. Minnesota with a big chance back into this game. And there you can see the kind of effect that those Berglund pulls have. As he gets set to take over, threading the needle to the back corner to Mattis. Nobody picked him up. And suddenly Winchell back within 2. Both teams scoring at least 50% from their D-lines as Wilson launches into double coverage, but somehow it kind of finds its way, but not enough as the help defender gets the swat. And Winchell with a chance to score 3 straight here. Line drive, Huck right into the teeth of the Minnesota defense. The Winchell move quickly into a transition counter. As we tick under 10 seconds, false countdown from the fans looking to rattle somebody. Walsh now on the doorstep, electing for the hammer. Nobody around, and that is a goal to pay attention to as we move into the 4th quarter. As the double team settles into Luo, you see a little bit more panic here and there. Kittleson interprets the pass, picks it off, and Minnesota, to their credit during this run here, they have been so good at initiating these transition looks for the break scores. Vandy Mortel playing both ways, and while he isn't a range thrower, his distribution skills, his ability to break the mark and just set the table has certainly been a big part of the Minnesota comeback. As Berglund showing off the big arm to Vandy Mortel in single coverage. Jack Kelly makes a big play, but Vandy Mortel makes an even better one. What a grab there from the Minnesota player as they retake the lead.
And Minnesota's coming down with every single play right now. This is exactly what they needed to do to get it back in this game. Credit to Minnesota. They are coming with all the 50.
And here's another stat for the night. Abe Coffin, 26 of 26 on throws, 0 turnovers, but a big layout block from Leadforth, and that has reignited the entire Madison sideline and home crowd. And he can play a little bit with an edge. And there he finds the assist, cuts Minnesota's lead to 1, and we've got crowd and the Madison pressure start to get to them. Brandt, great around throw there. And Barry electing to shoot it the opposite way, but in the area is Leadforth, can't get up for it. Coffin does, looks back, dishes the assist. And I believe that's a dog bowl celebration from Tanner Barkis, who's a good boy, I guess.
Yeah, and going into this point, obviously this was a must-have point, but now even, a clean point is critical.
What a block there from who else but Dylan DeClerc. One of the best defenders in the league, showing you why, and oh, what a turnover. And DeClerc heads up, play once again. Madison, after that, those couple of turnovers, and Minnesota punching in the dagger there. The disc in, that Brandt throw will get the clock going. Now Minnesota just need to complete 1 to 2 more passes, and that should do it. Bevon able to just run out the clock for Minnesota as the Winchell come back on the road behind a huge second half surge to get their 7th win of the 2023 season.